We commence tonight's broadcast with news that it was a bloody Sunday yesterday as gunshots became the soundtrack of the inner city. When the sound of the gunshots faded and the gun smoke cleared, two teenagers and a 21-year-old man lay dead, gunned down in separate incidents. The 21-year-old is reported to have been killed by the police. The deceased have been identified as 15-year-old Mario Butcher, 19-year-old Donovan Lovins, alias Fatleaf, and 21-year-old Ashley Bernard, who is also known as Skunk. Residents of Wilton's Yard, where Bernard died, claim he was executed by the law enforcement officers. The police commissioner has been responding to the claims. DBS's Don Nicholas begins our news coverage.
Reports indicate that 15-year-old Mario Butcher lost his life after being caught up in a crossfire between opposing gangs. However, in terms of one of the other shootings involving Ashley Bernard, who was shot and killed by police, the Wilton's Yard Association has taken issue with the manner in which it was executed.
That's what happened yesterday.
They are more authority than the judge.
You just walk into Wilton's Yard, met a group of 5 people sitting down, and just killed one. Killed him outright. He was begging for his life. He had no weapon, he had nothing.
Anybody that see what happened has to feel bad about it, regardless of who it is. Regardless of, even if you feel that the person is involved in crime, but to execute somebody in that kind of a way, my man, that is just awful.
In response to the criticism, Commissioner Francois is asking the witnesses to come forward with their complaints to a commission of investigation set up to deal with the matter.
Well, as I've indicated, in cases of that nature, whoever is saying that, we normally commission an investigation to deal with these kind of cases. Whoever is saying that, we invite the person to come along, we'll interview the person, and then we'll determine from the investigation what exactly happened.
Reports indicate that the other man involved in the shooting, who goes by the name of Donovan Lovins, alias Fat Leaf, died this morning. He was 19 years of age. For the DBS News World, I am Don Nicholas reporting.
And Ashley Bernard, who is reported to have been shot by the police, has left behind a 4-year-old son. The mother of the child and a woman who says she was like a mother to the deceased both expressed shock at his death.
Always have my child. I don't see why the police have to kill him like that and shoot him in his face like that. They shoot him already. They should have just go with him and arrest him and ask him questions. But they shouldn't kill my child like a dog, like I don't pop out his eye, just like that.
Used to be with my kids. Used to be at my home, having fun with my children, eating, drinking, resting for a while. I don't see why the police had to kill him like that. I'm disappointed in he dying like that.
Both Ashley Bernard's child mother and others say he was a good boy who was kind and generous. And the Grosley Secondary School says the death of teenager Mario Butcher is an example of what's taking place in the society. The school today paid special tribute to the deceased student, describing him as a promising individual. Here is DBS's Cecil Actil with the details.
Before students arrived at the Grosley Secondary School, members of staff raised the black flag all the way up, then lowered it to half staff. A composed Principal Delia Charles on Monday morning took the public address system at the Grosley Secondary School. She called for a minute's silence for slain student Mario Butcher and announced that counselors would be available all day for students. It was a tragedy that Ms. Charles said she did not believe at first. Then she wondered how to discuss it with her students.
It is so untimely and unfortunate that so many of our young students, so many young lives are being lost at this point in time. Mario, unfortunately, was one of those, is a victim of what is happening in the society.
Police say Mario Butcher was standing on the Leslie Land Road in the company of another young man when a vehicle drove by and its occupants opened fire, killing both of them in the process. Even students who did not know Mario Butcher were shaken.
They're expressing different emotions, and as the counselor, what I've tried to do is to help normalize things at the school. And I've done that by having debriefing sessions with them in small groups. The students who were very close to the young man who passed on, we have had debriefing sessions with them, and the students, as you'd imagine, are expressing very strong emotions.
Inside the school, a vigil was held to pay tribute to Mario Butcher. The school says 16-year-old Mario Butcher was a promising student and he will be greatly missed. Reporting for the DBS News World, I am Cecil Actil.